Here's why your scraper keeps getting blocked, and it's usually not the reason you'd expect. Every time you visit a website, it checks two things, your fingerprint and your IP. The fingerprint is built from signals like your user agent, screen resolution, time zone, language, installed fonts, and the Canvas and WebGL data your browser leaks on every page. Together, those identify your browser almost uniquely. The IP is simply where your traffic is coming from. And here's the catch. If 1,000 different visitors all share one fingerprint or all come from the same IP, the site knows it's one operation scraping at scale. That's why after you run your scraper across a few thousand pages, it falls apart. A few 403s at first, then a CAPTCHA on every request, and eventually whole batches just stop loading. And usually the first instinct is to drop in some proxies or spin up an anti-detect browser, maybe randomize the headers. It helps for a little while, but then it breaks again, because each of those only fixes one of the two layers, and the one you have left exposed gives you away. So in this tutorial, I'll walk you through building a scraper that doesn't get blocked. We'll use AdsPower, an anti-detect browser, to give each scraping session its own browser identity, and Proxy-Seller to give each session its own clean IP. Then we'll connect it to some code and scale it up. Let's get into it. Okay, so just a quick bit of setup first. If you don't already have AdsPower, head to the AdsPower website and create an account. Enter your email, hit Get Verification Code, grab the code from your inbox, type it in, set a password, and click Sign Up, and then log in. Once you're in, download the desktop client and open it. Sign in with that same account and you'll land on the profile screen, where we'll build our first profile. Let's start with the browser side. This is AdsPower, an anti-detect browser. Its job is to make each session look like a completely separate real device. I'll create a new profile. When a normal browser visits a site, it leaks a fingerprint, user agent, screen resolution, time zone, language, fonts, Canvas and WebGL signatures, and dozens of other signals. Sites combine those into a single ID, so the same fingerprint showing up again and again reads as one automated machine, not many real users. AdsPower gives each profile its own isolated fingerprint. Here's the user agent, the time zone, the WebRTC, and Canvas settings. Each profile gets a unique, internally consistent set, so to the target site, this profile looks like one real user on one real device. Cookies and storage are sandboxed per profile, so sessions can't see each other either. So that's layer 1 solved, identity. But notice what we haven't solved yet. This profile has its own unique fingerprint, but it's still going out through my real internet connection, my real IP. So to the target site, the connection is still mine. Same location, same network. And since the whole point is to run many of these at once, every profile is going to need its own clean IP. So let's fix that. Here's a rule of thumb. Without a separate clean IP for every profile, the fingerprint doesn't save you. The profiles get correlated by their network, the same IP, or even just the same subnet, and they get banned as a batch. One flagged profile takes the rest down with it. So every profile needs its own clean IP, and that's what I use Proxy-Seller for. Okay, so on the Proxy-Seller site, I pick the proxy type. For this kind of work, AdsPower recommends static ISP or residential with rotation, and both work well here. I'll go with an ISP, choose the location, and buy the plan. The key property is that each IP is clean and looks like a real consumer or business connection, not a data center range that sites already distrust. Once it's active, I open my dashboard and export the proxy's credentials, the host, port, username, and password. Back in AdsPower, I open the profile's proxy settings and paste them in: protocol, host, port, and login. Now this profile doesn't just have its own identity, it has its own dedicated exit IP. Let's prove it. I'll open an IP checker inside the profile. This is the IP the site sees, and notice it's the Proxy-Seller IP, the right location and ISP, not my real connection. Identity and network now match, and they're unique to this profile. That's the combination that actually passes. I could drive this by hand, but the reason we're here is scale, so let's hand the controls to code. AdsPower exposes a local API, a small server running on your own machine on localhost port 50325. You ask it to start a profile and it hands back a debug endpoint you can attach an automation tool to. It supports Selenium, Playwright, and Puppeteer. I'll use Python and Selenium since it's the most familiar for scraping. 3 things happen here. First, I call the local API's start endpoint with my profile ID and my API key. It launches the exact profile we just built, same fingerprint, same Proxy-Seller IP, and returns a debugger address. Second, I attach Selenium to that address. I'm not launching a fresh naked browser, I'm taking control of the AdsPower profile, so every request my code makes inherits that clean identity and clean IP. Third, before scraping anything, the code loads an IP check and prints it, so we can see in the logs that automation is going out through the Proxy-Seller IP, not mine. The browser's ready and under code controls. Let's pull some data. We'll come back to a no-code way to create these profiles at the end. My target is books.toscrape.com, a sandbox built specifically for practicing scraping, so there are no terms of service issues to worry about. 1,000 books across 50 pages, each with a title, a price, a rating, and a stock status. Here's the scraping loop. For each page, the code navigates the profile to that URL, finds every product by its CSS class, and pulls the title, price, rating, and stock into a list. Watch the browser. It's the AdsPower profile doing the navigating, driven by our script, going out through the Proxy-Seller IP. No 403s, no CAPTCHAs, no blocks. The requests look like a real user on a real clean connection because as far as the site can tell, that's exactly what they are. When it finishes, we write everything to a CSV. There's our data. And the reason it just worked is the point from earlier. The site checked both layers, who the visitor looks like and where it's coming from, and both passed, because AdsPower handled the identity and Proxy-Seller handled the IP. One profile, though, is just proof of concept. Real scraping means many at once. This is where the whole approach pays off. I already have one profile, now I'll add 3 more, loading my Proxy-Seller IPs into AdsPower's proxy manager and binding one to each new profile straight from there. And here's the rule that does not bend. Each profile gets its own Proxy-Seller IP, not 4 profiles sharing one proxy, but 4 profiles, 4 separate clean IPs, because if those 4 profiles share an IP or even sit on the same subnet, the site correlates them and bans the whole batch, and your unique fingerprints don't save you. Give each profile its own clean IP, and to the site there are 4 unrelated users in 4 different places. There's nothing to correlate. Now I run them in parallel. Watch the IPs in the log. Every profile reports a different Proxy-Seller address, and every one is collecting data. This is the model that scales. Every new stream of work is one more isolated profile plus one more dedicated IP. AdsPower multiplies the identities, Proxy-Seller supplies the clean IPs that keep them uncorrelated. Take either half away and the system falls apart. A quick bonus. Everything we just set up by hand, AdsPower also exposes through MCP. That lets an AI assistant talk to AdsPower directly. Here I just ask it to spin up the profiles and it creates them for me. Same isolated fingerprints, each ready to take its own clean Proxy-Seller IP. It's the no-code way to do the profile setup. The Python route I used is still the workhorse for actual scraping. So that's the full anti-blocking setup for web scraping. AdsPower for isolated browser identities, Proxy-Seller for a clean dedicated IP behind every one of them, and the local API tying it together so it all runs from code. 2 layers, 1 system. That's what gets you past the blocks and lets you scale. Links to both are in the description. Grab AdsPower to create your profiles and get your proxies from Proxy-Seller, static ISP or residential, whichever fits your targets. Set them up exactly the way we did here, and you'll have a scraping stack that holds up under real volume. If this was useful, subscribe for more hands-on guides like this one. Thanks for watching. Now go build something that doesn't get blocked.